Hi, you are welcome to Law and Society with Teresa Mary. Our topic for today is marriage is no game. There is a saying that people who are too smart are known by the scars on their noses. How true. A life of trying to fool all the people all the time cannot be an easy life. But then there are many whose stock in trade is craftiness. They are forever scheming, never leaving things alone to run their natural courses. So given to deviousness are this class of people that even when in the long run it will be more beneficial to them that matters should not be manipulated, they will still prefer to go in the underhanded way. And of course, the law has a way of dealing backlashes at the cunning ones of this world, especially those who must bring their devious behavior into the hallowed institution of marriage. Yes. For instance, Section 33(1) of the Marriage Act provides as follows: no marriage in Nigeria shall be valid where either of the parties thereto at the time of the celebration of such marriage is married under customary law to any person other than the person with whom such marriage is had. And Section 45 of the same Act states, whoever goes through the ceremony of marriage or any ceremony which he or she represents to be a ceremony of marriage, knowing that the marriage is void on any ground and that the other person believes it to be valid, shall be liable to imprisonment for 5 years. The above provisions of the law are weighty indeed and ought to be a warning to persons who will want to see marriage as child's play. The case here is that of Miss K. Miss K was 32 years old, worldly wise and well off. In the area of love, she had made her fair share of mistakes, and there was a living proof of this in her boy IK, 6 years old, whom she had trained to call her auntie. When she met bright and handsome 35-year-old engineer ZA, she fell head over heels in love with him and wanted to become his wife by hook or crook. Aware that if ZA should find out the true relationship between her and the boy IK, nothing in this world would make him want to marry her, Miss K told the man, IK is a son of my late elder sister. His mother died at his birth and his father is now late too. I've been taking care of him since he was a baby. So honey, the favor I'm begging of you is that when you marry me, you should please take IK as your own flesh and blood too. I don't want us to send him away to start living with any of my other relations. Please honey, promise to love him as you love me. You see, all eyes are now on you. My family members are standing by to judge whether you are the loving and kind man I've told them you are, or whether you are wicked. You know how people talk. It won't be good to the ears if they begin to say that after you married me, you made me go back on the promise I made my maiden family that I will train IK till he should become somebody in this life. So honey, will you love IK for my sake? Of course, Mr. ZA assured her. Let me tell you something, baby. This selfless side to your character has endeared you all the more to me. Look, how many classy ladies like you will ever condescend to playing mother for their orphaned nephew while still a spinster? My dear, you are one in a million. And of course, you need never have asked whether I will love IK for your sake, because I already do. And so the couple went into marriage, believing that they already knew all that was important to know about each other. As a matter of fact, the now former Miss K had insisted on a court marriage, in quotes, statutory marriage. She ensured that every single part of the ceremony was followed to the letter and well videoed for record purposes. It was a high society event attended by numerous family members and friends, as well as friends of family members and friends of friends. It was not quite 2 months thereafter when the saying that nothing can be hidden under the sun played out with a bang. Of course, tongues must wag, and unless one was stone deaf, the ears must hear too. The story, although now deleted, was carried to the ears of Engineer Z.A. that the boy Ike was not really a nephew to his wife, but was actually her biological son. The now Mrs. Z.A. had been married by the boy's father under Fortune Town native law and custom. The marriage, which had been characterized by serious violence, had packed up after 6 months, and the man had left for Canada, abandoning her with her then 4-month-old pregnancy, which had ultimately resulted in the birth of the boy Ike. The icing on the cake was that former Miss K had never bothered to dissolve her marriage to Ike's father before going ahead to contract the present one with Engineer Z.A. And all hell broke loose after the whole sordid affair came to light. Engineer Z.A. was just inconsolable. But I still can't understand why you are making such a mountain out of a molehill. The lady berated him, adding insult to injury. Is it because of Ike? Because I'm already a mother and you didn't know? How has that changed anything? I will still give you your own children by God's grace. Look, honey, I know I lied, but I did so because I loved you so much and didn't want to lose you. And for that, my nonsense traditional marriage with Ike's father, don't worry. I'll go to court next week and start the process of dissolving it. That too has not changed anything at all. The important thing is that I have got you. Everything will work out fine if you will just stop listening to all those enemies of progress who are pumping gossips into your ears. God in heaven. Engineer Z.A. could not believe the lady's insensitivity. So it was in scheming to hook him that she had contrived such monumental deceit. Goodness, he felt like murder. But doing his best to control his fury, he went to consult a lawyer. When he learned that his so-called wife had indeed committed an offense by what she had done to him, he was hell-bent on having her prosecuted. Please, I want the law to take its course, barrister, he told the lawyer. What the lady did to me was the worst form of crime, because she did it to someone who had implicit love and trust for her. She must not be allowed to go scot-free and continue to scheme to hurt innocent people. No, sir. According to the elders, if someone bites you on the head without minding your brain, if you bite his butt, you should not worry about physics. And so, with love now turning to hatred, Engineer Z.A.'s charm of a marriage to former Miss K was annulled with the ease of a knife slicing through butter. Thereafter, the man pressed charges against that scheming lady who had shattered his heart so mindlessly, and she was convicted under Section 45 of the Marriage Act, teaching her the lesson that because marriage is serious and sacred, no one is allowed by law to view it as child's play. Yes. Thank you very much for listening. I'll have you another time by God's grace on Law and Society with Teresa Mary. Goodbye.